even though I'm not on the screen yet. I'm just trying to line up my camera. So for those who may already be here, I'm not sure if that's quite right. I might need to actually shift the mat. So it's this one. I might just shift it up a bit because these are the cards I'm going to use. Is that about right? Let's have a look. At least with practicing this, I know that I'm going to get it right for the next time, aren't I? There we go. Got it. Okie dokie, here we are. Whoa. Whoa, that was a bit quick. Hi to that awesome person on Facebook that must be on my profile. I haven't got that up at the moment, so I can't see who it is that's actually speaking. So what I'm going to do, shift it over to that. Hang on. Am I there? Yes, I am. I can't actually see the names if you're on my private profile, you know, the regular Facebook page that just says Ros Boundy. If it's the page, that's my business page that has astrologist, hypnotherapist or something, then I should be able to see your name like I've got here. I think might be the difference with what Ray Wynn is putting up. I can see her name on the Ros Boundy page, whereas the other one that had the awesome, Judy, you must be on the Ros Boundy page, and the other one that I put up first as awesome is on the profile. This is what I'm still trying to sort out and gauge which is the best way to actually do how I'm presenting this as card readings or whatnot. And what I'm doing though is, and I'm going to share my screen in a moment so that you can see the why I'm doing this. And it's here that I'm actually presenting my page. And if there's some glitchy things that are happening there, do understand I am playing around with buttons. I'm looking at how some stuff works, okay? And I probably will be doing some readings later afterwards. I don't know. It just depends how long it's going to take for the first three. I do have 3 readings that I'm putting a priority to, and I am going to share that with you now. I'm thinking it's this one. Not sure if I have to reinstall the page. I do. So let's see what happens here as I'm choosing the page. It is a Facebook page. It is my Facebook profile. That was the reading, the card spread that I was doing yesterday morning. Now, here is where I'm not sure how it shows up in the stream. So what I'm going to do, it looks like I can't share anything else from my studio into a shared screen. But what you can see there is the card spread that I took a photo of yesterday morning and wasn't able to do the live stream reading because I really needed to get going to Adelaide. So that is the card spread. What I actually am focusing on is this here, that this section that I've got highlighted. These are the cards for the day. I'm not able to do the live reading due to being away early in the day. And what I wanted to do is highlight this part and why there's only 3 readings, because they did this before like the end of the day yesterday. Leave your interpretations of the reading in the comments, and Saturday, which is today, I'll do a mini reading for each of you. So you'll need to interpret all 5 cards for the free reading. Now, because that all 5 cards may not have been clear here, I am going to do it the first 3 because there was Sarah, it was Dee who, and this is where I don't like Facebook. They do it as the, you know, they don't do the automatic newest like it was. So the first one who had put her interpretation was Dee here on the page in the comment stream. Then it was Michael here, who is the next one that I'll do the reading for. And then it was Sarah. So they had responded to my Facebook profile in the comments their interpretations. Okay, so that is why they will have the first readings for this session today. Okay, so now I'm just going to highlight this of me, drop down that one. I don't know how to drop down my shared screen now. I'm not sure what I've got to do with that. That doesn't matter. We're here on our page, and I'm going to switch around to using the spread over on the mat. I'll do, and it was Dee's reading first. Now, Dee isn't too fussed about what question it's going to be answering, and I shall actually remove that comment for this time at the website. So you just need to look. Actually, I could put the website up the top. Let me just have a look at that. The actual streams. Whoops, what's that doing? Oh, that's a different one, isn't it? That's a little, I must have a few things in the spaces there that I didn't even know I had. Anyway, I'll put that up there. So I'm going to actually shuffle them and just do a reading. This is for you, Dee, and I'm not sure if you're actually on here yet. And hi, Sarah, I'm going to put that there. You're actually on my Rosboundy page, I would suspect. I haven't seen whether you are or not yet. I'm just going to put that there. Dee, yours is a general, and here we go. I'm just going to lay them. The first card from the bottom is going on the heart card, and the rest I am going to use two hands to actually just put them all over the place wherever they lay, so that they are totally random and we don't have to think about shuffling really. I'm just putting them down wherever they land. And we move around this mat as the cards present. It's called chaining. This is using the Tea with Karen created tea cards, and she's done a system that's called Curiosity Steampunk. And this is the guidebook. I'm not going to refer to that now. I think I've done enough that I don't need that. What I am going to do is use the dice to know which card to start with. So we can see they are numbered 1 to 6 in 3 rows. So that makes 18 cards all up. 3 dice of 6. So it's going to give me a number that will allow a start card. So it's 5. And that one was 4. So it's 11. Card 11 there. 6, 12, there's an 11th card. So we start with that one. And it's actually pairing this card of the home. The mat itself is called the houses that these cards are on. And it's funny, it starts in the house. So Dee, your emphasis is on house and home. And what you've got is the bat that's sitting on that card at the moment. And it's bringing you the right direction it's confirming for me that you're in the right direction. You've moved through your paces, you've created your journey, you've moved through your journey, and you're actually still creating that, and you're using your mind. You're probably overthinking it a bit too because it's become complicated in the patterns that I'm seeing there. Just allow yourself to trust what that pathway is. That's going to move up to the pink 6 card. That's this one. So if we look at that one, that's on the bat. We're moving that intelligence and direction into weighing it up. You're going to find that balance in what you have happening, because I'm aware, yes, you've got some distance between you and your partner at the moment. And there was a work issue there as well, trying to find work. I'm finding that balance is just starting to find that central space, that place where it's going to work for you. And I think that's where it's the trust with that sitting on the bat card that you can move into that space with confidence. Green rose here. And here's the 6th card. So we're moving into that. There's the confirmation that I got it right. And here we are back at the house card. And look at that, 5 teapot. The 5 there, it's actually bringing it back to the home card that we started with. So here we are. That's the shortest reading I've ever done before because that actually has completed that reading. You've got that trust in self that's needing to actually be put into place. Trust the direction. You've moved, you've done the right thing, you're in the right direction. Trust that the balance is going to come forward for you to have everything weighing up properly so that you are getting things in the right proportion that you actually want. So with that, certainly, Dee, do trust where it's going, where it's moving to, and all that you're feeling in that uncertainty and missing your partner and the rest. Look, it is balancing out. It is coming together. Okay. So thank you so much, though, for responding to that card spread yesterday. I really appreciate that you did, and it was a wonderful interpretation. Now, I'm going to, while we do this, I'm just going to put this one up as a clip, and I haven't quite got my right spacing here. I need a bit more room on my desktop, which is interesting, just to get the little buttons. There we go. So that I can put that one there. And this one here, while I'm doing these little spreads. So I'm going to just shuffle these cards around again. So, so those are shuffled effectively. Didn't take long, okay? But what that means is I'll go to the next one who we were going to have as our reading is Stephen, who is the next one here. Oops, I don't want to share that. He actually had a wonderful interpretation as well. I don't think I'll read out those interpretations. You'll need to go over to the Facebook page and the profile for yesterday's photo of the card spread and read what they have contributed, because they were very good interpretations. It basically means that anybody can read cards. You just need to trust what your own interpretation is and being able to understand for you mainly first what the cards are meaning. And it's relevant for everybody as well that reads it too. They may pick up on something that's within those cards too. So, Stephen, you actually asked as your question, as a response to, what's your question that you'd like some guidance around. You wanted around changes in your workplace. So I'm just going to move it back over to what we're doing here with the cards. I have replaced those cards in a different order. And here's the number 13 to start your card spread. So there we've got 12, 13 is this one. And here we go, starting with yours and the energy. The question you've asked is things that are going to be needed to be changed around your workplace or similar along that line. So you're actually on the cane. The cane card is, I'm bumping some of them. The cane home card, house card, is around an older gentleman style of, and I'm thinking style of thinking, or the energy around what the workplace is. It's around the older understandings, wise understandings, because it's also about gaining good advice. So what you're moving through, because we've got the ship that is a mobile, moving big object, that there's big things changing around that space that is your workplace. And you've already intimated that with the type of question that you're asking. So it's certainly confirming what you're asking, that there is things that you're needing to change. Make sure that you've got your tiller in hand or steering wheel, depending on the thingy that changes the rudder around. If it's the big ship, little ship, it doesn't matter. They're all guided by you as a skipper directing that and pointing it into the wind in the right space and place to fill those sails fully, to have that change being the most efficient and most effective to give speedy change. If you want it to be slower, well, you have the wind behind you. at times, so that it just depends, because can be slightly more finicky to control with a running wind, but you'll manage it because it certainly is confirming change. So we're moving up to the 3 pink here, and you can see the confirmation there with it, the card being in that chain, the chain reading. And we've got the heart card. So the way that you're going to be making and creating those changes is following your heart, that intuition, that instinct that for yourself you feel is the right thing, that you're going to love seeing that change put into action and having it shift around in the way that you love to see that end result, putting that goal there. So that one goes to 3 green, is just underneath it. So here we have that, and it's going to move into a space and place that it's going to bring you good luck in the workplace. So feel that to its depth, that good luck is going to follow through to 4 pink and give you keys, or a key that's going to open new doors. The energy is going to change and shift with whatever it is that you're going to be moving around in that workplace. I'm just feeling don't lose the key. I think the focus there needs to be on that, having the right key for the right door. That's what I'm sensing with that. But I think that's where the horseshoe with that good luck is bringing the right key. So we're going to 4 blue, which is down here, and you'll see that you've got that money flow, the energy, the abundance. Doesn't always have to be money. It can be just be productivity in the way that the resources are used in the workspace, in the right people being in the right place in the workspace, so that it does bring that abundance to fruition. So here we move from there to that abundance card, the money card. It really is the energy moving in that direction. Can be a little rocky with some of the resources I'm feeling that come into that. A camel is one of endurance and persistence. Don't give up. Sometimes it might be a bit frustrating, as if the cogs have fallen out of the plot, out of the engine, but it's just a matter of putting them back in, servicing it, doing the right thing, feeding the camel, putting the focus, the energy where it needs to be to point it in that right direction to get it moving again. That's if you come up with a bit of a stumbling block along the way. I'm feeling if you're moving forward with those changes with a team, that's where and why some of that could be a little bit of the rocky path. Camels are pretty good and sure-footed, but sometimes they need to step around those lumps and bumps. And they certainly themselves are an animal that it has a lumps and bumps, isn't it? So there we go. 5 pink, that one. Whoop, that one. I'm looking at it without looking down. I'm looking at it on the screen. Makes it a bit different. So from moving from the camel, it really is starting on a new pathway. So you're going to have some new energy moving through your workplace with changing it up and about. It's almost like birthing a new baby. You're going to have some of those little teething problems, but it's certainly moving forward, fresh energy, new production, productivity and abundance, as we saw. So 2 greens, this one. And it is going to build up what is the base, from the base up of what is your business, what the work is that you're doing. So there is potential. There's certainly going to be some growth there and some grounding in that as well. So bringing it up, climbing up. So I would feel that for yourself too, there's going to be some promotion in that, and also a little bit of, obviously increased responsibility and increased risk in that, but just taking it safely, making sure that what foundation you're putting your ladder on effectively is going to be steady. And you can always ask for help from anyone along the way anyway. 3 blue down here, so that's a 3 blue. So you can certainly there's no reason why it has to be done alone. It is, climbing that ladder is to get better reach too. And here we have that web being woven. Now, there could be an older woman that is around and about you in that workspace and place that you might need to, I don't feel it's being wary of. I think, but normally the spider web is about creation and weaving magic and that. But in this sense, I'm feeling there probably is some wariness about, and I can't focus that. So it's a little unknown, and I think that's because it's a little unknown yet who that may be, but you sort of know. And it's sort of in the not focusing. I'm feeling it's sort of, just be wary. It's partly hidden at the moment, and it will be revealed as to who it is that may be causing a little bit of that stickiness. I wouldn't say entrapment, but it is something that, what's a web for? It really is to gain lunch for a spider. So, in whatever way that you're feeling it, Stephen, definitely, it has some meaning there. And I'm feeling in this sense, it is more a warning than anything. So we're moving up to 1 green here. And here we have, well, look, you're given the tool already to be able to cut through it. You've got the light, the power, the focus on the tip of that sword. Look, it can be with words, or it can be actually almost like a cutting edge. You're needing some scissors to cut out something, or the sword, basically. So have that as an awareness as we're moving through and on to 4 green, this one. And ultimately, it does come down to trusting yourself in how some of this rearrangement and changes in your workspace is going to be done. It is keeping an open ear, listening mode before speaking with a lot of things, but trust what you feel yourself with it. Step out with some of that faith in your own power and strength in that. 2 pink. So up here with this card. And look, it is what, as we came up with the key opening new doors, the star really is, it's moving towards what your ultimate goal is. Your dream, you look at the stars for your dreams and the rest, how you'd like to have your workspace, how you feel that it's going to be at its optimal. So reach for those stars. Don't be frightened to move towards that. 2 blue down here. And we're back to actually, the older gentleman, the advice that where we started pretty much. So that 1 blue, we've returned. So that actually completes the reading. So as it sits, it's really completed with that reaching for the stars. Keep your focus on what your dreams are in where you want your workspace and place to be in that rearrangement and the change that's happening. I'm just assuming that you probably are your own boss in this, or you are higher up in the level of your business. So allow yourself to be the leader in this. So that rearrangement is going to happen that way. Okay, now just going to go to the comments just to see if there's anything that I've missed so far that I should have taken some notice of. Let me see, because it's one of those things, it is a little difficult when doing a reading in the middle of to actually focus on the comments, but do know that eventually most of them do get seen and commented on, so that's good, which I have already put some of those up. I usually do click on the, give you a response. Oh, that's on this screen. This is where I'm not sure, do you get the response actually in Facebook? Because all of these comments that I'm seeing are people who are in and watching on Facebook, not in HAPS. Right, if you're wanting to watch HAPS, it's just haps.tv. And you can watch, I think you can watch it without having to sign up. You don't have to sign in using my link or anything, I think. If someone wants to test that, I'd love to have the response as to, yes, you can get in without signing up and watch someone's broadcast live. But that I don't know yet, because I haven't actually done that on anyone else's. The first time that I heard of HAPS, I like trying things. I like pressing the button. So I jumped straight in and signed up under Eileen Smith and hopped in, and I think it was Eileen Smith. Anyway, I signed in. I joined. straight away. So I now can't, if I'm watching it, I don't think I can watch without it being signed in. I don't know. Try it out. Press the buttons. They don't explode. So, and we've got, oh, hello from the United States. Well, that's wonderful. I appreciate you being here. So thank you. And I'm going to put that on there, and I've done the clappy hands for you. So thank you. What area of the United States are you? If you're still here, because that comment's 18 minutes ago. And Conleth. Is that how you pronounce your name? Conleth. I will get to some of these extra readings after I've done the next one. That was just Stephen's. Now I need to pop up my Be Right Back. I'm just going to put this one here too. I do see you, Bridget, and I'll put the like button there. I don't know if it shows up on your Facebook or whether it's just on HAPS, as I said before. So there we go. I'm just going to put this one here because I'll reshuffle these cards because so many of them were actually read in this particular spread. I'll reshuffle the whole lot and start again for Sarah's reading. So be right back. And you can still hear me. It's just that it's a bit awkward to actually watch my mat at the same time as commenting to an actual camera. So I'm just clearing and shuffling these cards ready for Sarah's reading. And whoopsie, I just dropped a couple. So I'll lay them out now. And I've just got to nick over to Facebook and see what her question was in the messages, because she has put a question for us to read it too. Anxiety at random times when I haven't. Yep. Right, so let's have a look. And I'll just finish doing the cards. You can probably hear me laying them down quickly or not. I don't know how good my mic is. I know I've got a reasonably good quality mic. It is a USB plug-in. It's called a Producer, M Audio Producer USB. I got it many years ago and it still works, so I'm not going to bother buying a new one when this one still works. Right, here we go. Sarah, do you have a number between 1 and... I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you have a number between 1 and 18 that you'd like to start the reading with, or do I throw the dice? So, and we've got another from, I don't know where you are, Michaela Jones. Now, the other thing that can be really good when you're on HAPS, if you sign into HAPS and you're watching somebody else's broadcast, you can actually instantly look up their profile without taking you off the video, watching the live stream or the video. Replays are available. It's really a very convenient, easy to use broadcasting system and watching them. And the variety is quite good. So you want to start at 2, Sarah. I can see you've shifted over to the profile. Okay, I'll clap hands for that one. And I won't bother putting that on screen though. I'm not sure if you get the clap hands anyway. So card 2, and it is questions around anxiety and how do you deal with anxiety when they keep presenting. So here we go. Oh, and I shall switch around the camera. I went and did that without having it. So I've turned over the card 2. There it is. 2 in the full grid. And here we have on the home base of the cross. So really with the cross, it is about having faith. It is that self-confidence, that self-trust, the trust in your faith. If you have a deity you follow or, whatever your belief system is, it is about having that faith and the full trust in it. And with that also, we're presented with the card that is the pram, that is new pathway, new ideas, babies, all that's sort of associated with babies. And it can sometimes be that, you can have the calm nights and the full sleep that's in the background of babies, bringing them up and all that sort of stuff. But it's also just being mobile, a pram you can put things in and you're moving it around at will and being able to shift, you know, on a coin almost with a pram. It's a tiny vehicle. It's something that holds a tiny object. It holds a tiny baby, and it's growing, caring, nurturing that tiny object. It's being kind to yourself too in that respect. So as far as what your question was, it really is moving with the energy and allowing that self nurture. And you certainly have had the rocky ups and downs with it, because you even mentioned, you know, it's been a long time really since you've had a big on anxiety attack. And it's acknowledging too that everybody can go through these different levels of what anxiety is, and it's going to mean different things for each and every one of you. What is it that you get anxious about? Do you actually suffer anxiety, or is it just something you worry about? And it doesn't matter what level that is for each and every one of us, it's still the experience that we're going through at the time where we feel anxious or worry or totally scared of something. You know, it's just so much of a variety. Just allow yourself to go over those humps and bumps, move through it, be persistent in just not letting it take over your life. Can be very easy to say so and not do, but let's see where it's going to take us. 5 pink is up here for you. And it really is getting back to that inner trust, that belief in yourself and the source, who you believe in, that enrichment of your soul, that inner beingness, because that in itself goes back to what is the original card. So that reading, Sarah, is it. There's not a need to go into depth in the analysis with absolutely every time we create that we experience anxiety or worry. At times it's just let it flow through. Okay, I'm a bit feeling shaky about this, or I'm really worried. If it gets to a concern where it really is overwhelming and overcoming you in that moment, just stop and get the help that you need. It can mean that you might need to be ringing some, a place like Lifeline, just to talk it through with someone, or have that special friend or, a buddy that you can actually contact when you're feeling at that point. Is there someone in your life that you can connect with that will help you in that way, in those moments? I'm feeling that you're holding it so tight that you're feeling it's something you can't get past, but let the shoulders drop, just breathe. Even to shake it out, shake yourself up and allow what is happening to just flow through, because it's block energy, let it flow. So let's see how that works for you, Sarah, in improving that. I feel that probably the buddy system, having someone to connect with, and whether it is, your God, and have those moments more frequently in your meditation space and just sitting and listening. Let no other thought move in. Just sit, listen, let it happen. Okay, so that's where I've got to as far as the 3 readings that I was specifically going to be doing here. Now I'm going to actually mix these 3 cards up, clear the intention of those 3 cards, and where we start next is going to be different and create a different circuit for the next reading. Okay, now I'm going up to the start. Excuse me, I've got to find where I started again. So here we go. We've got, now it was Judy who was first here. Now I'm going to place some of these comments up again so that I know that we've done these. I'm going to do, for my own marking territory, I'm going to do a heart against them. Then I know I've got them. Right, so these are all going to be just general readings without waiting for the response for answers, for the questions. So I'm hoping that that's okay for you. So Judy, here is yours. I will do it with the dice. So you've got 1, 4, and 1. So that's 6. It's starting here. And the factor, it's on the bat as the home card. And I've got to switch it around. I forgot to switch the cards around. The screen, I mean. So being on the home card there of the bat, that is going to mean for me that it's something that you're worrying about, that you, as far as your direction, what you're actually moving through at the moment. And I feel it's to do with what your direction is in taking forward. I'm gathering that you've had some advice that you're wondering about, because this sort of older gentleman card, because it's canes, a box of canes, and it's usually the older generation that has canes that they use, and we tend to picture it more with men than women. So I think the association tends to be with the older man, but it's someone who's older that I'm feeling there's some advice that you've been given that you're sort of mulling over and wondering about, right? So I think that's where, and this is our start card. So I'm just going to put it there like that this time, that is our start. So we're going to the 1 blue for the cane, and there's the confirmation I'm on the right one. And it's balancing up. I do feel it's a piece of advice that you've actually been given, that you're actually contemplating and balancing up. You're wondering which, yay or nay, or, one way or the other. So feel into that energy as you're looking at that advice, going to 6 green. And, it looks like, are you actually planning on going for a longer trip somewhere, and you're wondering, is it a choice between 2 places that you want to travel around? I think it's to do with some travel that you're considering, especially now that some of those restrictions have come down. I'm feeling that you've got a fair bit of choice in where you're wanting to travel to, and it's just that consideration of which place that you're wanting to move, what you're wanting to do in the travel. So we'll put that down there. I'm just going to go to the bottom of the screen where the comments are coming up, and I've just got to thank you. Yep, okay. I don't want to sort of lose my place too much in where I am. So we were there, we go to the 3 pink. I've got my hairs tickling my face, sorry. So from that, it is celebration. So I'm feeling that you're probably actually doing this travel because there's some celebration happening. Is it a wedding? Because these are more a very high quality celebration that you're going to, is my sense of it. So enjoy. And I'm just wondering, is it even more detailed about where you're wanting to stay when you get to take part in this wedding celebration? Moving that to the 5 blue. Blue's this one. It's very hard to tell the difference between the blue and the green here. I think it does come down to a bit, how much are you wanting to spend, and what quality of accommodation are you looking for, or even to the point of what gift you're wanting to give. It is the abundance. I'm feeling that you've got enough to enjoy yourself to whatever level that you want to in taking this trip for the wedding celebrations. So here we go, right next door, and it's going to be a wonderful celebration. It's going to be a wonderful trip. I don't think you need to worry too much about what choice you're going to make within, what choices you have in the getting there, in the stay itself and the celebration. It really is reach for the stars. What you want, what is it part of your dreams to have as this, once in a lifetime experience? Because each time you go to wedding celebrations or anything special like that, a big birthday or something like that, it really is that once in a lifetime opportunity. Going to 2 blue, and that's this one. So what you're moving to there, it is going to various heights as you're going through that planning. So I feel that you've probably still got a little bit to do in creating that pathway for the planning to get to that celebration. So take it carefully and you'll be quite fine in getting there in the right way. That's a blue, in getting there in the right way. I'm just checking before I see the card. Yes, so there we go. Here's the next one in the chain. And it really is going to feel like once you've had the celebration, you're going to be very happy to be back home. and having had that experience. That's what I'm feeling with the home card, because that is the home card, and we're moving from that home card into good luck. So I feel that all that you've experienced in this round of what the cards are telling you is definitely going to bring you the good luck. And I think, where you've had the destination to what that celebration was. So here we are at the 4 pink, and that is love. Yep, still feeling like it's more a wedding celebration than anything else. So it's with people that you love, and it's bringing it back home to you, how important it is to spend that time with those that we love. And we're moving that down to the 3 green, because that is the love card. I know that one already because I use it as my base all the time. So certainly weave the magic in that pathway, and what you're expecting from it. I'm just feeling if there's any sort of family type issues in attending or anything like that, I said, let it go. You weave your magic. It's going to be your time to have a wonderful experience in sharing with those that you're celebrating with. Okay? So any other issues, let them drop. They're by the by. And we're moving with that spider web into opening new doors, and whether there's are you actually planning on moving to a new home as well afterwards, or it's just rejuvenating the energy, opening new doors and pathways for you to move through in that home. Sometimes just even opening a door you haven't opened for a long time. No, this is to do with more a relationship in the family. It's opening a new door, a new communication channel for you to I'm feeling some aggro that's been there is going to be surpassed and moved past and let drop. It just feels like freshness. It feels like something new in that. For blue, that one. So I still have to look down for the colour difference. Yeah, look, it does feel like there's some communication going to happen and some intelligent conversation. It's not just going to be what's been perceived possibly as, well, bullshit in the past, and feeling like you've been, I'm using the words that I'm getting, feeling like you've been lied to and words that's not been listened to properly. Put it all in the past, cut that off. It is the past. Start that new pathway with a new doorway. Okay, and we're moving that to the 4 green here, which is just above it. And we've got that building something new, building from the stronger base, and it is the Tower. It might take a little bit of work to do that, but it certainly is going to be worth it to actually attain that goal of rebuilding, of building on and giving it that better foundation this time round than it has been for a while, okay? And we're moving up to the 1 pink, and that's bringing forward that intelligence, that using it's almost using the instincts and the intuition, the instincts of what is, knowing that it is the right thing to be doing, okay, in completing. So and it does complete our story. We're going back to the back here, so that's back to the 6 pink. So you can know in that, Judy, that anything that has been a difficulty within family, as you're moving through to this, and it does still feel, to me, it feels like wedding celebration of some sort and a wonderful trip away for the experience. You've got to travel for it and go to this wonderful experience. It's going to open those new doorways and past what's been difficulties into new, wonderful, loving energy in a family situation, okay? So that's what I'm feeling there. Hopefully that's been good for you to receive that information. If it's any different, if you're getting different message from seeing that, that chain of the story, it's your interpretation that's more important than mine too, by the way. I just see and feel how I'm receiving it. And interpretations are what they are. There is no right or wrong. It's just the perception and how it's seen. Take yours as that uttermost first step, okay? So thank you for actually asking to have a reading. Now I'm going to put up again, or I might just put the G'day Mate one as there and me off the side this time. I should find another one while I reshuffle these cards, because this time they'll probably need a shuffle because so many of them were red. And I find these are just such a fun card to put forward what can be a really in-depth reading, really, with what I'm receiving as the intuitive messages or guided psychic channel, whatever term you want to use. I think they're just labels and descriptions of how, as everybody can receive messages themselves as they're doing this type of work, just let the information flow through. Receive it as it's meant to be. In its truest form is trust and knowing, and that there isn't a right wrong. It just is that we're getting these little symbols in our mind's eye, or visions, or hearings, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Receive in trust. Now, I'll take that one down and we'll go back to who do we have next. And I'm not going to be on here forever this afternoon. I need to be a bit sociable with my partner too as well. Bree, I think you were next here. So Bree has mentioned, how am I? Well, I am fine. May I please have a reading? Thank you, love and light. Now I'm going to put the little love response here for me, and I'm putting that question on the board or on the live stream. That it is just a general card reading, and I'll use the dice. So just that reminder again, and I'll switch the cards around, the screen around. So here for Bree, we have 5 as the number to start with. And you guys will end up getting quite used to seeing this way of doing the card readings, because I love it, and I'm going to use them more often, perhaps, because it's such an easy one to, learn and follow. Learn and follow. We've got the house card, the home base card, house card is the camel. So you've what I'm feeling, it is the little difficulties that are happening around you. Look at what you are having happen around you, and those little difficulties. Trust that the way that you are moving through them, trust that you're on the right path, that ultimate beingness of who you are in connection with your soul center, that it's the right, trust. I'm getting that word trust to pink up here. You actually have an abundance around you. If it's not in the money form, it really is in those who are around about you, supporting you. It's feeling like there is a strong family connection for you, and that you do base your wealth in family, in relationships. So we'll move over to that just to see what that's going to bring forward for you in this story, because this is creating a story. So there's someone in your family that really is standing out as your star. I'm feeling that you do have someone that you are trusting immensely, and that you hold them up high in esteem, and that they are your shining light. Now, this person, 2 blue, you are celebrating with. So is it a partner that you have this wonderful relationship with, that you're celebrating? You feel like it's a everyday celebration is what I'm feeling, and the friendship is deep. It's not just a lover situation, it is a friendship as well. It is almost at that point where I'm feeling the soul connection. 5 blue, same lineage in the cards, same line. And it really is that you feel so lucky, and it is. It's good luck is continuing in your pathway as we're moving up to the 4. And it does feel the newness. Now, it's because I have no idea, are you expecting a baby yourself, or is there going to be one in the family? To me, it feels like it is to do with a baby, not just a new pathway, although that is a new pathway, having new babies present in a family. But there is going to be, it does feel strongly to me that there's going to be, or is already just born, a new baby. And look, it's not struggles, it's pleasure, but it's also, it is a little bit that up and down sometimes of having a baby in the house, right? So, but it's very much a lucky one. I'm feeling it was probably a little bit of a struggle to actually get to having that baby. 2 blue, green. Yeah, green, 2 green. So, oh, wow. Yeah. So we've got the bat. What I'm feeling with the bat is moving with instinct, knowing, trust. It comes back to that trust a bit of, how we sometimes instinctively follow the path like a bat does. They go into it a bit blind. There's not a manual that comes with babies or parenting or grandparenting even. whichever level that you're at with that baby, it really is moving with the intelligence of the bat, the way that they move instinctively. They don't bump into things. Well, you hardly ever see them bumping into things when they do the docos, do you? I think they have a very good system in place that tunes in really tightly into what is about them, around and about them, to be able to trust where they're going at any point in time. So here's the 6 pink. So do trust that. Oh, look, sometimes it can be weighing up the scales. The scales to me feels like it. I'm feeling it's probably a bit to do with sleep. And just what the responsibilities are. Some stuff you need to let go. And straight away I feel the toys left on the floor and stuff like that. Don't let that sort of housework type stuff get too much of your bother. I mean, it sometimes when you have a new little personality in the house, and that's the focus, they're needing to be the focus and let the rest of it go. You need to weigh up what's the more important to you in your own home as to what is done first, but it's always going to be more the priority for that baby. 6 green, this one. Yep. Oh, wow. I'm feeling with this one, it's not voyage. It is movement. It's going to be allow yourself to feel your spirit moving freely and creating the direction that you are wanting it to move in, but it certainly is restricted by the way, the direction the wind is flowing, okay? Flowing. Water flows, wind blows. So you're going to have both of those components, almost like the scales, being weighed up to which direction, how you're going to steer the boat. So it really is trusting your instincts. I think it goes back to the bat's intelligence and moving with those instincts in what you're doing. Here's the lumps and bumps again. So it really is, it can be a little bit rocky and feel a bit unsteady, but you've got the endurance, you've got the persistence, it'll be fine. Okay, so there we go with the camel. 5 pink. And that completes your story, doesn't it? Moving back through to your trust of self in that picture. That's the story that you've got. And that one was for Bree. So hopefully that's helped you along with, what your hopes and dreams are. I'll just pop down to the new comments there. Can I have a reading, please, madam? Now, when you're actually on the Facebook, I'm going to need to actually have you putting your name after the comments. If you can go back in and edit your comments, I don't know whether that shows up on my stream here or not. Got no idea, actually, because I can't see names when it's on my profile. I can't see them here reflected in HAPS. Any live stream that you do anywhere, if it comes from your Facebook profile, it doesn't show the names because of privacy laws all across the board, most of the world, basically. So you'll need to type your name in after your question or comment. Okay. Now, I've just done Bree, and Ray wins the next one. So I'm going to change that reaction to the heart. And I have one there, thanks. Right, here we go with Ray wins. I'm going to reshuffle these cards. I'll just put this cutie little emoji. They're actually emojis, and I thought this one's rather cute. It's just something to giggle at because it's not often you see someone sitting on the toot on a live stream, do you? You're not going to see me sitting in real life on a toot either, I tell you. So here we go, just shuffling the cards very quickly, putting the base one at the 3 second column, at the heart card, I mean. It is where I'll put my first card at any time, and I actually take that from the bottom of the 18 that I have here. It's just because that's how I like to base my start from, just something I've chosen to do. Now for you, whoops, just getting them straight. Now I can shift that around because I'm facing the camera. And we'll shift that and we'll take down that. And we shall answer the question for Ray Wynn. She's wanting well, they're all going to be general. I've already said that. So here we go. 4 and 4 is 8 and 3 is 11. So that's this card that we're starting with. We're starting on the home base with you too, Ray Wynn. So, and we've got the Tower based on the home. So you are building up. It's strengthening. You've created that wonderfully good foundation, deep and strong. And we're going to move that forward in our story that goes to the 1 pink. So right up the top, and it really is based on that loving trust in self, in God or your belief system, in what is a solid foundation, because it's based on, as you can see, the cross on the Tower. So we're moving that across to even here, and the home. We're bringing it to that home space, and there's your focus. It really is building and growing your home, your relationships, your family in that home space. And that actually completes your reading, because there's the green line, 5. It's where we started. So very focused, simple, general reading. That's how specific these cards can be. And that's the information you need for you now, Ray Wynn. So let it be that focus for you. The importance of family really is your focus, and building that up and strengthening it. And it's a wonderful place and space to be. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a happiness and joy and a deep love there for how that came out for you. Okay, it's almost to the point of having a teariness about it, because it is such a deep love. Okay, so, and you're saying thank you there. So thank you very much for actually asking for a reading, Ray Wynn. So I'm feeling a bit like that. I'm quite surprised. So I think you're probably feeling a bit of a depth in that as well. So there you go. Now, just finding the next one is we've got Conleth. Now, this is where I really don't know if you're still here or not, but I'm still going to read it because it's in line, it's in my list, and I'm happy to do that. Now, I'll do I've got the cards around now there. So I'm just going to reset these. I'll just shuffle these 3 so that you don't know which ones are what. And I'm going to do this as a general card reading for you, Conleth. I'm hoping that's how it's pronounced. 6 and 1 is 7 and 4 is 11. So it's the same starting card there. And I'll switch them around. I nearly forgot to do that. There's 11. So Conleth, here we've got, well, it's the Tower again. So it's another move straight up to that one. It could still mean a different story for you. So on that home base, it's the strength of the family home. It is building that up and creating what is the next one. Is it the same as what we already had or not? And it's back to the home. There you go. You've got the 2 cards interacting together, building that strength of your home base. So there we have it. That's all that your reading is. That completes the chain, just the 2 cards. And put that energy into your home and building that home up with that good foundation, that firm base. And what is home for you? I think bringing that inner understanding for you in that interpretation of what is home for you. Is it the premises, the building itself that you're wanting to renovate, rejuvenate, build up, extend? Or is it the family relationships that are going to be happening in and around you that you're wanting to build up? I'm feeling for this, for your reading, it is more the physical factor of are you actually extending, renovating, and building up your home to being a bit bigger? So, it really does present with all things being different, doesn't it? And I will shift those cards around for the next one. I won't just leave them there. So hopefully that was helpful for you, Conleth. It is the positiveness of actually moving forward in extending and expanding your home base in whatever way it means for you. Okay, so hopefully you're still around to have received that. And no, not so. I don't know. Not sure if you're still there. Oh, hi, Heather. Wow. Loving it to see you here from the Twitch channel. This does go out to 6 spaces and places. I've got it running too, and I'll let you know. This is what I like about Hats. It's free and you can multi-stream. Well, at the moment I'm doing 6 places. I'm not sure what the maximum is. I haven't looked that up. Maybe it is just the 6. I'm going to Twitter, my Facebook profile and my Facebook page. Both are the same name, but one's profile, one's page. My YouTube channel, same name, Ros Bounty. Just look for me as Ros Bounty anyway. Periscope. Periscope is going on the 31st of March, so you won't see that one after the 31st. And that's only, 4 days away. So I better actually download what I need and leave it at that. And Twitch, which is where Heather's coming in from. So that's great. Well, I'm assuming it is Heather. And here we go. Yes, I'm going to do the click appreciate. And here Heather's saying it looks so very professional and I'm doing great. Thank you. Over the years, I've come to know I've had a bit of practice. I'm not frightened of the screen. I absolutely love doing this. And the actual presentation of how Hats puts across their live streaming platform is quite professional from the various ones that I've used. And I have, my favourite is BeLive and Ecamm together. But this is working so well. I've got Ecamm feeding in as the virtual camera. Ecamm on its own with Restream is even a good platform for a Mac because Ecamm is only available for a Mac. There's so many different ways that you can live stream. There's no reason why you can't if you want to. And I've just got basic equipment. I've got a couple of little webcams. They're Logitechs. They're not the expensive ones. I have got an iMac. I have somewhere a dead PC or a laptop if I want to resurrect them, as in they're old. Not so much dead, but they take forever to boot up and do all the things that they have to. An iPad, you can do it from a mobile phone. Hats is so useful in being able to do it from a mobile even. And the similar types of things in the background that I've got on the desktop. So it really is great. So drawn up under mine as a referral thingy, the Hats. Actually, it is here somewhere that I could put it. Oh, it shows up on the screen at the top somewhere. You'll see it there, hats.tv/Ros Bounty, or the @Ros Bounty. It being free, and they still award you. There's competitions, very similar to Twitch, Heather, in some respects. It's a great platform to try it out because it's free. If you don't like it, don't use it. You don't have to, do you? So, where did I get to? I might need someone there to remind me. And here we are. I have got I've done a response to that one. Okay, I've done Conleth. So I'm now down to Bridget Gale. Did I do one for Bridget Gale? Yes. So I've done yours. So you've got a double one. Now, did it come up with, I don't remember what I've done a reading about after I've done it. I can tell you my family know I've got a lousy memory, and it's why I do really good at consultations with confidentiality because I forget it. So here we go. You've actually asked, and I'll still put it on screen, did it match? Let me know if you got messages that matched what your reading was. You'd love to connect with your husband, Dale. Was he bringing those messages to you as that reading? So I don't differentiate whether I'm getting the channeling through mediumship directly unless I get the name told to me, or whether it's just what I'm sensing. So that's how I do my readings, unless specifically, of course, in private readings and asked about a particular person who is on the other side and crossed over. But you're going to have to ask me that in private readings, which is on my rosbounty.com.au website. You'll see that there. Now, and I've got a thank you. I'm going to just acknowledge these and say, and put them on the screen. Now, it is the one area where I think with Hats it takes a little bit longer in the number of steps to actually put the comments on the screen, but it still gives you that option to do it or not. You don't have to. Right? And we've got someone who's saying, love these tea cards. Oh, look, so do I. It's why I'm using them. I saw Karen, and I can't quite remember her name. What is it? Is it on the back here? No, it's here somewhere. Karen is in Melbourne, and she's created this system. It is trademarked, so if you try to copy it, you'll get in trouble. Because I think it's fair for a creator to have the rights to their own material and not have people copy them. Even if they change it a tiny bit, it's still a copy. So I have bought her system, and I'm quite happy to acknowledge that these are the Curiosity Steampunk set that is created by Tea with Karen on an Etsy site. And if I had a direct link, I haven't got it at the moment. I'd have to type that in. I can't even see what her name is, her full name. It could be that she doesn't really want that known, so just know it's Tea with Karen on the Etsy site. And I am going to, I have found a link here. Try it out if you'd like to, yourself personally. Copying this link, I'm going to comment on here. It is etsy.com.au shop Tea with Karen. And I do talk while I'm typing because that's the easiest way to multitask, isn't it? It confirms I've done it right, I hope. Have I done it right? Let's see. Etsy.com. Yep, that's it. That's what's typed in here. Try that link. Do a copy paste into your browser, and it should take you direct to that particular Etsy page, I suppose. I love it. She's got teacups and all for tea leaf reading and stuff. It's wonderful. And I do have a troll. Okay, that's on Facebook. Yeah, on my profile, is it really? I might just whiz over there and deal with that one and see where it is. I don't. Anyone, if you see that sort of activity, if you're on a mobile device, someone this morning was saying they can't do it on their mobile phone. You hold your finger on the actual comment that you see that you want to block. You can report as spam. It comes up with the options. You report as spam, or you just plain delete it. At the moment, all I can do is delete it. You, as readers in my Facebook profile, you might be able to do it differently and actually do the ban, what do you call it? Report as spam or harassment, then ban or delete, whatever you feel. If we don't keep on this, then they just get away with it. And it's just so annoying, irresponsible, really. But anyway, I'm not going to give them any more air. And Raymond, oh, thank you. I so appreciate that comment. That I'm great. I love the cards also. Oh, who doesn't like hearing they're great? No, I'm not going to get the tall poppy thing happening. Anyway. Now, so I've done that. Skylights there. Where did I get up to? You do need to understand that sometimes the back end can be a little not confusing, but I get lost because the comments do come through fairly quickly. Now, here we've got, and I'm not sure who this is. I might have to go and search this one. Is it possible to get a reading on love relationships? I can't scroll. Whilst I'm doing the hats, I can't scroll in my Facebook past what comments are sitting there. I've only got the last 4, so I can't see who this is. So whomever this reading is for, it is about your love relationships. I'm just going to leave the cards where they are, as they are. I know that the love card, oops, I'm starting to bend these cards. I know that the love card is the 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 9th card. It's the heart card there. So I'm going to switch it around so you can see what I just did. The 9th card, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to start it from there because you're wanting a love relationship reading. Here's the heart. There's the camel. It is on a rocky pathway. So your love relationship isn't experiencing a very easy road, but there is that potential. You can choose to endure, to keep persisting and take it further. I'm just going to have a drink, so hang on. Just a little slurp of water. So we're going to move it up to that pink 5, and there is an abundance in whatever form you need it to be in your love relationship. Now, if you're actually in it just for the money, because it's someone that's rich and can give you everything you want, or whether it's just the abundance that you're wanting in feeling safe and secure, feeling loved, it's only you that can know that. But it's indicating that there is an abundance of, if you persist, here's the 6 blue, and directions changing when you want them to. It's up to you to steer that ship. And know you need, in that space of steering, there's skills needed too, to know the wind, to know the waters, to know how to steer your boat. Okay, you need to actually tune into and learn those skills so that you're actually doing the optimal for that love relationship. We're up here in the 3 pink, and it does create that ability to have your shining star shine out for attracting your ideal partner, or being that shining star for your already existing and living with, or whatever sort of relationship you're having that's existing. That it's being that shining star and reaching out for it too. If it's, someone that can be your shining star, it is a two-way. And we're moving to the 2 blue. It is a two-way, like we've got swords that have two-edged swords. I'm actually feeling it's not so much the light at the tip. I think it's actually the handle and how you wield your sword. Are you really wanting to cut into things and get things done quickly, or are you willing to actually gain the precision in what you're knowing and how you're wanting to put out there as that shining star? We've got that point being a tip of shining light. Be that tip of shining light. You might need to touch it to your star so that it actually gives it that oomph, if it's that you're wanting to actually attract a partner. Okay, 4 green, it's this one. So we're moving to that. And it is a new pathway. So if you feel that you're needing to have new energy in your relationship, not sure if it's an existing one or a new one. If it's a new one, you're on a new pathway, and all is boding well for that in what I'm seeing in this chain of cards, okay, in this reading. So moving through, there's that next card, and it really is love. So it's going to move into that deep love. So know for yourself what you're wanting out of it. That star, aiming for it with your sword and bringing that together as that love relationship. And here we are. We've gone back to what started as a bit of a rocky road. It will work out, but it makes the point really of you needing to make the decision and direct a lot of it yourself as well. It's having that right understanding in yourself of what you want and how you're wanting to shine out and who you're wanting to attract in. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling about that one. So that was the one that wanted to have the love relationship. I've got one here that's asking for a reading. Now, I'm not sure what this one is on. I've put a little heart response on my HAPS end to say this is where I'm up to. I'm just going to have a quick look on my Facebook. Cat, yes. Okay, so this is cat, and it does show up as a heart. Is that one I've just done? No, that's someone else. Yeah, that's that one. Okay, now I'm going to put the little heart response there because you love the T cards. Afternoon, now I know who's done those. Cool. Good. But it is only those 4 I can see on my profile at the moment. So, Kat, here you go. We'll get this one done. Oh, what did you want it about? I just love the T cards. Look, here's a general one. I'll actually reshuffle for you, Kat. So I'm going to switch the cards around, actually. I'll switch them around, and then I'm actually going to just put that one up as a break. I'm going to have a good drink in a minute too. Wet my whistle because I need to. But I'm going to reshuffle the whole set of cards for you, Kat, and we'll get it moving. You can hear me shuffle them. Clearing, cleansing, prepared for the reading. Okay. There we go. So if I was facing the microphone decently and knew the sound would come out reasonably decent for singing, I'd probably sing you a song, but you might not like it. Some people tell me kindly that I've got a nice voice. I can tell you my family don't give me that sort of response. So I ain't going to try that one out. Here we go. I've got the cards up and ready for you, Kat. So here we go. Love. Okay, I'm going to start on the middle card that is the 9 card, and it is the heart. We're starting from that heart card of love. So here we go. Oh, God. Again, the rough ride. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Look, things are a little bit bumpy still, so you're going to have those few little lumps and bumps. It's going to be a bit of a rough ride still. It's still feeling like I'm seeing that blue thing at the bottom there, whatever the heck that is. I don't know. It's not focusing in. You give me a moment and I'll actually have a closer look in that. No, I can't tell. I need a magnifying glass for that one. It's still a little small for my eyesight. Can you tell? It sort of looks like a crocheted ring of some sort. So it feels like there's still a bit of work needed in the construction of getting past those bits and bobs of bumps in the road. Okay, but we're going to follow the chain of cards. There we go. What's the next one? There you go. Your stars. With tonight, now is it tonight? No, it's tomorrow night, I think, is the full moon. So go out, if it's going to be clear skies tonight and tomorrow night, just go out and pick on one of those stars and just contemplate it. Do a meditation under the stars. Follow your dreams. Just feel into that and give it your all. See what it's going to take. See where it's going to lead you, where it's going to take you. So I'm feeling that, let it loose. Just call it, let it loose. Look at the stars, dream, and your doors are going to be open when you're building a house, aren't you? So I think that's probably the focus for now. Opening that door once it's at that lock-upable, that you can lock it or unlock it at your own desire and have it flow when you want it. I think there's a little level of control in that you're able to do for blue. We're moving to this one so that you can actually keep building up stronger and stronger on that foundation that builds up to a tower. This one is a little bit more around the work, I think, from the guidebook that Karen has given us here. But I'm feeling it's just, with a love reading, it's just creating that, you get your stability happening, your solid base, and it'll happen, it'll grow on top of that. So you're still not past it, so to speak, in giving up. It really is persisting. You've got the abundance there. Look, you'll have that attraction of, even if it's money, love reading, does it attract money really? I think it's just an abundance of what is good for you, what's going to work to bring that perfect partner to you. So we'll see what it's got here in 6 blue, and it's looking like celebration. So have faith, have some trust in yourself. You are working at it, you're putting out the right vibes. It's just what the timing is. I think the concentration on your house, getting that done, and celebrating that, and the possibility that there is going to be that special person coming into your life that you can celebrate. And we're going to move up to the 5 blue, black, blue, that one. I had to look, 5 blue, right next door. Hey, maybe it could be that it's someone right next door once your house has been built. Who knows? Go with your own instincts on where you're traveling with it. So as you're getting those ideas, I'm not sure whether you're using any of those apps still or not or what. Just move within your own instincts. You've got the sonar there. It's happening. Trusting that. 6 pink. And that's going to bring you good luck. So I think that's as simple as you can say it. There you've got the horseshoe of good luck. And it brings you back there you go, to your heart. So it's allowing, it's bringing everything back to there. It's, yes, certainly at the moment it is starting as that rocky still, but it's going to come to you that you will have that perfect partner. Is it going to be as your house is finished or as you're building it or whatever there is there? Things are going to open up and there'll be that freedom of experience with someone special for you, Kat. So, okay. We'll move to the next one. I might leave it at that soon. My partner's out there and I don't know that he gets stroppy. He knows I like doing this. What else can you do on a Saturday? Hang on. I don't want to have you looking at my ear all the time and fluffy hair. I'll get who's there. Yes, I've already done that. That is Kat. Ray, when we've done a reading, thank you. And I've done the Etsy. Kat, oh, there's that. Yeah, okay. Skylight. I've got Skylight here, so I'm just going to go thank you for being here in this, in the chat for the live stream. That I love doing live streams. I've got to move past those that are teased, don't I? Hello there, how I done that one. We've got Shimanta. Now, I don't know. I would say that you might be on my Facebook page. Just let me go over and have a looky cookie at that, because I know that I can't scroll through on the profile one. Let's see if I can actually see here. Yes. There we go. And that is on my page. So thank you. And I'm going to DC to Queen. So you do need to be a little patient as I do that. And yes, I talk when I'm doing stuff like this. So that one's gone. I don't know that I can get any more than those latest comments there. Facebook doesn't like, Facebook doesn't seem to like me. All I've got is the list of those. So I still can't see the original content comments. I've only got 4 in the list. So their changes have not been very good at all for what I need to be doing. So I really just don't know. Oh, I've just got to delete those ones. It might let me see some of the other comments. No. Oh, it's your birthday today, Kat. I just saw that. Wow, happy birthday. It is a lovely gift, isn't it? Such a pleasure to actually share that, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. I'm really happy that it is your birthday that I've been able to do this for you. Wonderful. And it is a good reading. Thank you. Now, Shamanti, I don't know with, what your question is. I'm going to change that round to, I've hit the wrong button there. I like hitting buttons. You actually have to have your mouse on the comment to actually give the reaction and put the presenting on screen. I hit the little emoji thingy at the bottom and it came up with who'd sent one. Me. I knew that. Now... Oh, no, I've deleted those. So I noticed you. Yes, I did. I'm actually going to put that on the screen. So I did. I've already responded directly in Facebook with this one. So I happened to be there at the right time, didn't I? So I'm going to do Shamanti's and the rest are just bloody trolls. Okay, let's just quickly do this. And I'll shift a couple more of them around. I won't do all of them. I'll just do it like this because it does bring up, and I forgot to switch it round, didn't I? I just don't like having you see my profile with the bushy hair all the time. It's grey. Who wants to watch someone with grey fluffy hair shuffling out cards they can't see on the full screen? Now they can because, now you can because that's where I put it. I'm going to do the dice for you, Shamani. Now I've got to find your face. Shamanta. I'm going to, so it's 5, 4 is 9, 10, 11. So we're starting yours on card 11. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the one that you're starting with. Wow, you've got the star on the home card. Isn't that a good combination? So you've got some wonderful dreams around your home space. I'm feeling with the visuals that I'm getting is starriness, is beautiful bright lights around your home. It feels like you've got little angels all over the place, that you've got that glowingness. Sparkles. It's almost like sparkles that you've got in every room. It just feels like it's a very loved home, and that it really is not a spicing up, but a sparkling up. That it's just glowing. That's the sense that I'm getting. So 2 blue down here. Every door is open. It just feels like you're opening up to, that heart space, that your home is really from that space of love and attention, that you're actually taking notice of the finer details, and it's just sparkling the whole home. The home itself is happy, like even the house is happy. And you are able to walk into any door, through any door in your home, that it's actually feeling the energy of a happiness, of joy. That's what I'm feeling as I'm carrying this energy. If you're reading 4 blue, and there's certainly some things that you're needing to cut out of, but that's part of what the sparkly is, because you're actually paying the attention to what's needed within that home space. It's not so much a feeling of around the relationships, because they feel pretty good, and it's why the home is happy. So bring that finesse of that sparkling light on the tip of this sword. It's bringing that into each and every space. And what I'm seeing there is the little bits of the orb, the spirit beings as well. There's a depth of spiritualness that's coming into that one as well. 4 green, and you've got love. So to me, that confirms it. It really is. You've got love. Isn't it gorgeous? You've got love. It just what it feels like. Wonderful. And that's the endurance. I'm feeling that with this chain of cards, that you're actually past that's been the rocky shit. The rocky stuff, those bits and pieces that have been difficult. I'm feeling that it's been your persistence that's got you to where you are with those sparkles. What I'm seeing in this card, which probably isn't showing up all that well because it's not focusing too well, but it's these little bits there. That's where my eye's going to. It almost feels like those spirit orbs in your aura, in what's been, that have been around and helped you and still with you through that. It's that love that's persisted, sitting on that home, that love card, that's going to take you through with that home base. We started, where did we start? That was there, wasn't it? No. Oh, where did we start? There. I didn't put it to the side. I like to do that so I know which one we start with. You're in the right direction. Like your instinct, what you're moving through and moving to, it really is from that instinct within you. It's that automatic sonar. You're not moving blind, because blindness is only just one of the senses. You're using all the other senses and moving through with ease now. It feels like it's with ease. And it's only going to get better and easier. Here we've got it already. It's the celebration card. It's congratulations. It's a wonderful shift in what's been from difficulty into being able to celebrate and have, parties and stuff if you want to in your home. It's moving to that celebration mode. 5 blue, this one. And it's coming up, yes, good luck. So it really is recognising, and it's not so much good luck, but you've got that good luck factor in there now. What you're moving forward into is going to bring you that building up on the solid grounds. It's not just a home, it's in solid foundation, and it's your home is your castle. If you've ever watched that movie, The Castle, it's a good Aussie icon type, it's going to bring you the abundance. What you have around you is already your abundance, and it's bringing you abundance. It's going to put that energy out there that I'm feeling too, that there's going to be the income that matches with that. You are bringing in that monetary style of income as well, and that's down here on 6 blue. Being able to weave your magic around whatever you do now, moving forward, reaching for the stars, and it is from that home base. It's with that, where we started, that web's being woven. Now that's 1 green back over here. And you're going to be able to be a helper to other people now, because you yourself have actually experienced those hard yards, and you can be that is for others, that good advice, that assistance, that whatever way you can help others build their magic, create their magic, and moving that forward down here. So it's going to create, well, there could be some new babies in the offering in the forward, but new direction. It really has felt like it's totally shifted from what was the hard yards with the camel tracks and everything into the smooth ease of a new pathway, of a new growth, or a new baby. 2 green, is that one? Being able to reach whatever corner you want to, reach whatever height you want to with this ladder, taking care, of course, each step of the way. But I think that's where you've got the skills now. You've been able to, with what was the hard yards with the camel at that start. So moving forward, moving up. It's not so much a forward, but it's moving up. So it probably is a bit to do with, there could be that there's that level of promotion that's in your work to actually increase that abundance, to move into creating those beautiful dreams, that web of magic for you. So the 3 blue, where's blue here? Weighing the scales. Now, I'm not sure what I'm picking up with that one. It really is just balancing, because things are getting so good. It just feels like, oh, what's next? You are needing to create a balance and moderation. Don't overindulge too much with that celebration, okay? So that's where I'm directing that. I'm seeing the cups and feeling, just be moderate and take it easy. But there's nothing wrong with celebrating, but take it easy. 6 green is the one. And it's where we started. And you're getting a lot of cards in this reading. You've got to step out in faith, knowing that what's ahead for you actually is, it's within what you can handle. It's within where you're needing to go. It's trusting in that inner self. I think moving a bit more into even your own intuition, and it's still needing that connection with your spiritual side too. Okay, so don't lose that factor of connection either. And we're back here with where our home space is. So that does complete that circuit. So that trust does bring you back to knowing what you're wanting and what that dream is with your home base. Okay. So thank you for asking for the reading, Shamanta. I'm hoping that was on the spot for you and worthwhile hanging around for, basically, too. Okay, now I'm going to probably leave that there. I've got a lovely, beautiful message there. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kat. I'm going to put that there on screen. And also here, as what you've put it on Facebook, yeah, but one day you might come on Haps and I'll have you on the screen with me, because you're a lovely reader too, and that beautiful heart. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here still and watching with me and being part of what I love doing. So whenever that might happen next, it could be tomorrow again. I know I'm going to be on mytimetv.live in the morning using my BeLive and my eCam, because I do the 2 at once. I do a different way of multicasting. I like trying all things. So that's at 8 o'clock Adelaide time, which is Australian Central Daylight Time at this point. Next week it's going to be back to standard time. So we'll see you then if you so wish. It'll be Facebook, mytimetv.live, or my Ros Boundy page, and I do go to YouTube and some others through Restream and eCam tomorrow, not through Hats, but I might do something similar through here at some point tomorrow. Just keep your eye out. If you like to, certainly join my Haps, join up under Haps using my referral thing, because it's a win-win. It's a a rewarding system. It's fun to watch other people's broadcasts here too, and that's all that the Haps is. It's only broadcast, it's live, and what's left there as your replay recorded type. Once you've finished them, this will still be available for replay. So hi to those that are watching in replay and commenting after it's finished as well. This platform, you can comment after it's finished. Some of the others don't. So unfortunately, the one who's just put this comment there, sorry, but you're missing out on the reading this time, unfortunately. So I'm going to put a little saddie on that one and say, sorry. Can't keep on and on and on because that's actually not practical. So thank you, though, for popping in. Next time when I'm on, come into HAPS, sign into HAPS, and then you get the actual notification that I'm going live in HAPS from HAPS, and you can get rewarded too. Not quite sure how it works with the person just watching things, but I know when you start to do some live streaming that there is the more monetary side of being rewarded, because it's what's creating the platform, and it's rewarding the platform owners as well, because it's a free app. You don't have to pay to belong to it, to be on it at this point. Well, I don't think you'll ever will. I think that part's always going to be free. At some point they might, I don't know how beta moves into what is the full version. We'll find out when it happens for these guys. But I'm really enjoying it at the moment and loving doing it from here. So thank you. So tomorrow at some point, 8 o'clock definitely over on Facebook, and those channels, YouTube, Australian Central Daylight Time. Just put Adelaide time if you need a time zone check, or click on the notifications to be alerted. So I'll see you till then. And I think, I haven't got an ending screen. I'll just say bye for now.